and also Maggie. This book will make you not chill. Warning, no chill. I feel like I'm in therapy. I'm collecting the film. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. We have a very special guest today.
I'm Savannah.
This is Savannah. This is my best friend. We've been best friends for over half of our life now.
To us.
We have a very fun video for today. So a few weeks ago, we found out Savannah was going to be coming into town. And so we decided that we wanted to buddy read The Wedding People by Allison Espach.
I think so.
We read it separately, and now that we're together, we're going to talk about our thoughts. But while we were apart, we did film some videos of us while we were reading it. So play it back.
Hello everyone. Sneaking in just to say a little warning. We tried in the beginning of this to do a spoiler-free video, and let's just say we couldn't keep our mouths shut about talking about the details of this book. So before you get into this, there will be spoilers. I want to let you know that now, so there isn't any surprises later on. If you have read this book, or if you don't care about hearing some spoilers before you read it, then keep watching.
Hi! I'm just gonna apologize now. Most of my videos will be in this location with this quality because I usually read right before bed. I just finished reading chapter 1 and there's already a plot twist. What Phoebe told the bride in the elevator? Jaw on the ground. I was not expecting that at all. And I'm just, it was an amazing hook. Got me right from the first chapter. I must read on to find out if Phoebe follows through with her plan or not, because I'm just in shock.
I'm only 30 pages in right now. And all I'm gonna say is so far, this is very depressing. There's still so much to go in the book, so I know that things are going to switch up from how they are right now. And I'm really excited to see where things go, and I really hope it goes into a happier direction. This book is about our main character, Phoebe. She has not been feeling great, and she wants to go on a little vacation. And you hear a lot about her thoughts, and she's just really not in a great place. Before reading this, I would look up the trigger warnings, just in case there are things that you're sensitive to. You're very much in her mindset that is not super healthy, and she goes to this hotel, and everyone in this hotel is extremely happy, and obviously they're there for a wedding. And so they're in a very vastly different place right now than Phoebe is. And so it's called The Wedding People. So I know that Phoebe and all of the wedding people are going to interact more based off of context clues. So I'm excited to see where the story goes, and I'm really hoping that direction is happier than where we're at right now.
64 pages in, and I have a couple of things to say. Number one, the way that Phoebe's husband left her, just all of a sudden yeah, I'm in love with somebody else, bye. What the heck? I couldn't believe the way that he left. Second of all, the bride having an obsession with stopping Phoebe from doing what she was planning on doing is so interesting to me. I understand that she doesn't want her wedding to be ruined, but also it's this is a stranger. Anyways, I don't think Phoebe's gonna go through with what she's planning, and I feel like she's gonna become besties with the bride, but we will see.
I am 107 pages into the book now, so I'm about a third of the way through the book now. I have so many thoughts. I love the relationship between Phoebe and Lila. They are each other's opposites in almost every single way, but their banter is so good, and the way that they're able to relate and are so different from each other is so interesting to read about, and it makes their conversations just so interesting. I think that Allison Espach is just such an amazing writer, because a lot of the content in the story right now is so sad, but the book is funny. She is so good at being able to balance context and content. I'm really enjoying it so far. Not sure where it's gonna go. I hope that there is more with The Wedding People. Phoebe, I love how she's kind of gaining this confidence, because she's well, I'm at a hotel, I'm never gonna see these people again. She's kind of helping herself live a little more, get out of her comfort zone, and do things that she probably wouldn't in her normal circumstances. But I'm having
a really good time reading this. It's really cute. There's like these flashback scenes of like Phoebe and her husband. Okay. Yeah, so you start the book knowing that her and her husband got a divorce. I'm like almost positive. Looking back at like the flashbacks of when they first got married, you can tell how in love they were, and then to know how that ends up is so poignant. You're able to just see the difference of where they were versus where they are, and it makes it so much more devastating. So I'm hoping that she finds love, hopefully in Lila's family, so that they can be related. That's what I'm hoping for.
This is a very random thought, but I was just chuckling about the difference in male and female character names in this book. The girl names are very much like frolicking in a field vibes to me. Like Phoebe, Delilah, very cutesy, right? And then the male names are like Bill, Jim, very basic, like dude names, you know? And it just had me laughing a little bit. In the book, Bob tells Phoebe that her problem is that she thinks too much, and I don't think I've ever related to something more. I'm not sure if a coconut pillow is something that really exists, but if it is, I would love to experience it.
I'm reading again. Who is surprised? But basically, I just got this line and it hits so much harder now that I'm a mom, and I just want to read it because I thought it was just so beautifully written. She had imagined the girl so many times, how they would read plays aloud in the open field behind their house because there would be an open field. Phoebe would make sure of it. They would take the girl out to the field and teach her how to dance, how to skip. They would find frogs, they would go camping. They would tell stories at night and in the morning too, and Phoebe would show the girl how to write the story down, bind the pages together with yarn, as her father had once showed her. She wanted to give that same feeling to her child. She wanted to teach her child how to create, how to make a lot of applesauce from scratch and harvest strawberries, and when the child would fall asleep, Matt would make them strawberry cocktails and they would curl up and watch a terribly wonderful, awful movie that they'd seen a million times. Being a mom just makes that like hit so much harder. That is beautiful.
There's a quote that I just read that I love. It says, "There are some people in this world who remind you of exactly how you like to speak." And that's so true. And I feel like my closest friends, we speak in a similar way, where it's like you can have banter back and forth and like understand each other. And I don't know, that's just like a perfect way to put that feeling. I'm a little over 200 pages in, and the progression of the story is just so crazy, from where it started with the main character Phoebe and what her plans were, to meeting a bride, and then the bride inviting her to a wedding activity, to then Phoebe becoming her maid of honor and like acting like they're best friends. I don't know, it's just so crazy to me. But there was a part 2. I need to find it. Okay, I found it. It's where Phoebe and Juice go shopping, and then Juice is just like getting embarrassed by different things, as an 11-year-old does. But then she says something about how it's so embarrassing to like walk with an umbrella when it's raining outside. And I've always felt that way. Like when I was in school, I would even be embarrassed to like have my umbrella in the side pocket of my backpack. Like I just thought it was so embarrassing. And this is the first time that embarrassment fear has been acknowledged. And it was by an 11-year-old character in a book, but you know, it's something. I love Juice and Phoebe's relationship. It is so cute. I feel like Juice is the daughter that Phoebe never got to have. And I want Phoebe to be able to be her stepmom. Ugh. I just got to the part where Matt shows up.
I'm now on page 307 out of, I think, 363. So I'm getting really close, less than 60 pages left. And I have so many thoughts on and surrounding this book, but like I haven't felt like a book has changed my life in a very long time, and I genuinely feel like this book has changed my life. And I don't mean that to be like, oh my gosh, it changed my life, but like genuinely I'm having so many thoughts about life and the person I want to be and the things that I want to change that I was not expecting to get out of this book. I'm really enjoying it, and I will say it is like an up and down roller coaster between like the emotions that you have for the characters and what you're realizing about yourself. That's where I'm at right now.
We're both finished with the book now. What is your like overall thought since finishing
Like
it?
rating or just like.
We'll rate it last.
Okay.
For suspense.
I did not expect like the level of like depth in it.
Yeah.
Like there were a lot of dark topics in it, but then it was also really funny too.
Yeah, I know. No, I think I said that in one of my videos. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, if you haven't read it, you don't know why she goes to the hotel in the first place, but it's very dark, but it's like the funniest book.
I think with the dark topics, it's just like very like blunt.
Yeah.
It's that's just like I'd be reading, I was like, oh, okay.
It's like shocking. It's like,
Like,
startling.
okay. But then it's also, there's a lot of humor around it, so it's
Yeah.
like there's little like laugh breaks. Like sometimes I'd be like shocked, sometimes I'd be like, oh wow, like this is intense.
Yeah.
The other times I'd just be laughing.
Yeah. No, okay. So when you started this book, did you think that you were gonna be like depressed?
No.
Okay. Because I did.
I
I do be a very emotional person though. So like I was like, this is gonna make me like so sad.
if I'm being completely honest, I didn't read like the back of the book.
I didn't know anything.
I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
I literally just thought it was just gonna be like a beach read.
Okay, yeah. Because I actually read, or like I watched this video from this other person who read this, and she like went to where it took place and was like, oh, the scenery is like perfect. It's like a beach town, like it's in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Right? And so she's like talking about how cute everything was, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be so cute. And then I read it and I was like,
Yeah,
it was
because I
like
think
depressing.
pretty soon, I think it's in the first chapter we find out why she goes to the hotel, right?
Yeah. I think
And that's
so.
where the first time I was like, oh, this is not
Yeah.
what I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be about.
No, and
Like,
so when I read that, I was like, oh, frick, this is gonna be like a depressing book. But it's not. Like, I was not
Yeah.
depressed.
no, it ended
So
in a very
good.
nice way.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
happy with it, how it ended.
Me too.
Yeah. Phoebe, Lila, they're like each other's complete opposite. Like,
Yeah.
they're just a juxtaposition of each other. Like,
Vocabulary word.
thank you so much. She's a teacher, so you know it's a good vocab word. When I was reading it, and it's supposed to be like the best week of her life, and then obviously this is Phoebe's like worst week of her
Yeah.
life. So like seeing those in comparison to each other just makes it so funny.
Yeah.
That's why I was like nervous about starting it, because I feel like, I don't know, I'm an empath. So like when I hear about people having a hard time, like I feel like I personalize it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like worried that was gonna happen, but with it being so blunt too, like she wasn't like dwelling on it. Just like the comedic relief between her and Lila was like so funny. Like when she like walked in on her in the bath,
Yeah.
and then she was like, I don't care that you're naked, like we're just gonna talk anyways.
Yeah, and she's like, this is my wedding. I can do whatever I want. I was
I
like,
know.
okay, what was your first impression of Lila?
Oh, I will say with like every character in this book, I feel like they're all so human that
Yeah.
you can't like hate any of them.
Oh.
Like, okay.
Well, I hated Lila at first.
Oh, you hated Lila.
Yes.
By the end, you like understand her.
Yes. By the end, I didn't feel the same way. Just
Yeah,
at the beginning.
but like in the beginning, I was like, she's so entitled. But at the same time, I'm like, she cares that Phoebe's taken care of, but not for like the best reasons. But
Yeah.
she's helping take care of her.
The reason I hated Lila, well, because at first I was like, well, she's just like a bride who wants everything to be like a certain way
Yeah,
and
she's
like
like
stressed
a-
out.
What's it called? Bridezilla?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
she's
that was it at first. But then when Phoebe like told her, she's like, I'm here to kill myself.
Yeah.
And Phoebe was just like, no, you're gonna ruin my whole weekend. I was like, oh my gosh, I hate her.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm
who
like-
says that?
I'm like, it's not about you.
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing that? But then as like things went on and like you got to see more of like who
Yeah.
Lila really is,
Yeah.
then I didn't feel the same way.
Yeah.
But at first I was like, how insensitive.
Yeah. Like, okay, like if you're gonna think that, that's one thing, because like obviously you don't want like freaking like crime scene going on at your
Yeah.
wedding. Like that's gonna put a damper on things. But like maybe don't say that.
Yeah.
Like to the
Don't say that
person.
to the person.
Yeah, who's like already suicidal.
Yeah. I ended up loving like Lila and Phoebe's relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was so interesting how like Phoebe felt like she was seeing the true version of Lila, and then when Lila was with like all the other guests of her wedding and family, she's like, oh, she's like acting so different.
Yeah.
And it just made me think about sometimes how it's easier to be your true self with strangers
Yeah.
than people like you that you've known for a long time or that
Yeah.
really know you.
Because it's like, I feel like when you already know people, there's like an expectation of like how they know you and how they expect you to be. But she's like, I literally don't give an F, like, what you think of me, because one, she wasn't in a great place herself, and it's like, there was no stakes online, like, on the line, from, like, a ruined relationship, because there was no relationship.
There was no relationship at the beginning.
Yeah. But honestly, it's like, I wish that Lila could see, like, if she was like how she is with Phoebe to everyone, then more people would probably like her.
Yeah.
Because, like, I will say, I did feel really bad for Lila with Gary's family.
Yeah.
Like, that made me feel really bad. If I hated anyone in the book, it was Gary's sister.
Yeah. Well, and it's so hard, too, when you're going to be marrying someone who's been married before. Their spouse has passed away. So it's not like there was a divorce, there was something that happened that they're like, we're better off not together.
Yeah.
It was very much like they had such a happy marriage, they had a child together, and then she passed away.
Misses the other one.
And so I feel like that's when I started really like sympathizing with Lila. I was like, that's so hard to like try to step in when the family is very much like still focused
on the other wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think that they were just comparing Lila to the previous wife, like, so hard. Yeah. Because they kept expecting Gary to marry someone who was exactly like his ex-wife, and she was, like, not that person. Yeah. And so they just, I don't think they would have been happy with nearly anyone. I mean, they all like Phoebe. But I wonder, like, if Phoebe was in the same position that Lila was in, would they have hated her too? Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, because her and the little girl, Juice.
Yes, Juice. Don't remember her
like her actual name. I literally don't even know. Juice. She was like a difficult kid. Yeah. But
she's gone through things.
Yeah. And so I feel like Phoebe was able to like talk to her and like chill her out because she was also going through things, you know. But I'm like, okay, if that was also going to be her stepmom, would she have hated Phoebe too? Like, because they met in a place where like Phoebe and Gary aren't a thing at that point. They aren't romantic. Yeah. They had like a base level that they could like work off of before it was romantic. Yeah. Where like when Juice met Lila, it was immediately like they were already going on dates and stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I wonder if like they would have had a different relationship.
Yeah, Juice probably would have
romantic off the bat.
Yeah, Juice probably would have liked Phoebe if she had come in.
Just as like the new mom. Yeah. Dude, I freaking hate that sister though.
Yeah.
Also like, the texts.
Yeah, the text, I was like, whoa.
The texts went crazy, which is so funny that Phoebe was like reading them, and they're like so black and white from what was going on.
And imagine like you're just trying to follow directions, you're seeing these dirty texts pop up, like how do you not say anything?
How do you not have a reaction to that?
Yeah. Like another thing about the sister. What's her name?
I don't even know.
Because sometimes I got confused because the sister would act like Juice's mom.
Yeah, she did.
Like, yeah. Like she would overstep sometimes, I feel like.
Marla? Is it Marla?
Yes, Marla.
Yeah. She definitely would overstep when I feel like Gary and Lila did not have a conversation about like what that dynamic was going to be.
Yeah. I don't think they had a lot of conversations before they decided to get married.
No. I have so many questions about how they ended up at that
Part of me just feels like Gary was like, he just felt like he was never going to find someone like his first wife. And so he was just like, well, I'll just settle to have somebody to spend my time with and help me take care of my kid. That's how I felt like he was.
And also, I feel like that's not the person Lila is. Like, Lila doesn't want to take care of your freaking
kid. She does not.
Like, she does not care about your freaking kid. Well, she, like, cares about her in, like a babysitter.
A babysitter kind of way. She's like, I'll watch her for a few hours and then give her back.
Yeah. She's like,
and also pay me. Lila's personality, like, is she's just, like, very particular and a perfectionist. And so I think she wants everything a certain way. And I feel like that's really hard when you've never had kids before. And then you're stepping into that position.
Because, like, you can't mold.
Yeah, for me, I'm very much a perfectionist. And I think about, like, having a kid one day and how that's going to be an adjustment to be like, I'm going on somebody else's schedule. I have to meet somebody else's needs. Yep. And that's just, like, I'm very much at, like, not that place right now. Yeah. And so, like, I sympathize with Lila in that because I'm, like, I can understand how that's hard when you've never been a mom and then you're helping to take care of someone else's kid.
Yeah. I don't even think Lila wanted to be a mom.
No.
Like, Phoebe wants to be a mom.
Yeah.
So she's already kind of probably gonna connect better with kids.
Mm-hmm.
But Lila's like still very living her best life. You know what I mean?
What was Phoebe's ex-husband's name? I hated him.
I hated him. And the friend, like her best friend.
Yeah. So
Like,
messed up.
that would be like you and Jeremy getting together. Like, not to put that out there, but like...
Which that would never happen,
No.
ever.
No. But like, how effed up would that be? Like, that is just crazy. Like, she had one friend. Very...
I feel like most of the characters
Like
I didn't like, I didn't
basic.
remember their name.
Yeah. But like, they had like basic...
But I just remember every time...
Matt.
Yeah. But every time Matt would text Phoebe, I was like, do not respond to him, do not respond to him. I was like,
Yes.
make him worry about you.
Yes.
And I don't know if
I
that's
wanted
toxic
no,
of me or
no. I wanted him to be like, "Well, I might never see her again," and like
Yeah.
realize that that's pretty much exactly what he did to her. Oh my gosh! And the scene in the freaking break room.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh! When she like the friend was like, "I didn't do this. Like it was already done." Does she not think that she had like zero part in that? Like the marriage wasn't completely done for. Like they
Yeah.
could have worked it out.
Yeah, they could have.
You know what I mean? Like they still loved each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think that she realizes that.
Yeah, I
it
think she was just
also
trying
her
to
fault.
justify her
Yeah.
behavior.
And I think she was trying to make herself feel better.
Yeah. And the way that Phoebe just, like, left work,
I thought it
didn't
was
didn't
iconic.
pack a bag, nothing, I was like, good for you, literally. Because there are times that I have, like, an awful day at work, not to, like, that extent.
Yeah.
I just have a really bad day at work, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not coming back tomorrow. Like, I'm done with this job. And then I
Yeah.
show up the next day. So for her to actually commit and, like, literally just leave and go to this hotel she's always wanted to go to, I was like...
Yeah. That takes so much bravery that, like,
Yeah.
I don't think that people who don't have, like, you know, bills and a job and, like,
Mm-hmm.
actual responsibilities, they probably just read that and they're like, oh, yeah, okay.
No
She,
big
like,
deal.
went on a vacay. It's like, no. Like, she told no one. Like, she could have lost her job. She could have, well, her cat already died.
Yeah.
I thought that
No,
was
that
gonna be
made me
so
so
hard for
sad.
you. I read that, I was like, oh, Savannah, no.
No, just like imagining like her already, like her life is already in shambles,
And
and
then
then
that?
her cat dies. Yeah, I
Yeah.
probably would have just left too.
The line was like, well, at least I have my cat.
And
And
then
then,
she didn't.
and then she just like covered him with a blanket. Like didn't even do
Like
anything.
she couldn't even deal with it
Yeah.
because she was like, "Wow, my life is literally falling apart.
Yeah.
And this is like the last nail in the coffin."
Yeah. I don't know about like if you had any like big realization moments like personally when you were reading this, but I feel like this book like changed my life.
Wow. I think about things, and honestly, like I've been thinking about it since I finished it.
Yes.
Like I
Yes.
still think
Like
about
I
it.
want Jeremy to read this because I'm like trying to explain my thoughts to him, and he's like, okay, and I'm like, no. Like,
I
this
just
is
feel
a
like
big
there's
deal.
so many layers to it. Like there's things that I like realized about friendships. There's things I realized about like romantic relationships.
Yeah.
There's like just like your own relationship with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like there are just so many like relationship pieces that I was like, oh.
Yeah, like a few weeks ago, I like did a video on like I went on the solo date.
Yes.
The solo. Okay, so you knew exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
This is the book that I was reading when I went on the solo date. If you haven't, you should go watch that video. Like it made me realize like I don't really think about loving myself that much.
Someone just pulled into your driveway.
Hello? Having so many realizations, I was like obviously like love yourself, but like you don't really think about it. Like in
Yeah.
what ways you do that. And I was like thinking about it the whole night, and then for pretty much every day since I finished this book, I've been thinking about it. And I'm like, okay, how do you like actively love yourself? And here's the realization I come to. I think that you need to do the love languages for yourself. Because like normally love languages are for like how you love other people with like the love languages.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I feel like you need to do every single one of them for yourself.
That's so true, honestly.
Yeah. Like, I mean, acts of service. Like, yeah, clean up your house.
Mm-hmm.
You know? What are the other ones? Gift giving? Get yourself.
I treat myself all the time.
Treat yourself.
Quality time.
Quality time. Yeah. Like, journaling.
Yeah.
Words of affirmation.
Affirmations?
Affirmations.
And physical touch.
Well, I'm like, you don't need to get like...
Give yourself a hug.
I will say, sometimes if you have anxiety, like, just, like, give yourself a little
Or
hug.
like tapping
Or
on your
tap your heart.
chest.
Or, like, if you're nervous, like, jumping up and down,
Yeah.
like, settles your nerves. And I will say postpartum, this might be like a little deep for right now, but it's like you look very different and it's harder to like be okay with how you look just because it changes a lot in the span of like not a long time. Okay, for explanation, you were used to looking the same way for like, in my case, what, 24 years? Mm-hmm. And then in 1 year, I feel like I look like a completely different person. Yeah. And that's like hard to wrap your mind around sometimes. Don't feel bad for me, it's just part of it. Like you get over it, you know? But I was like putting lotion on my legs the other day and I was like, I'm grateful for my legs.
Yeah.
So, you know, and the things that they do for you. So like, I don't know, put lotion on your legs. I don't know, physical touch like that makes you like realize good things about yourself. So it doesn't have to be like, get your mind out of the gutter. I feel like I've been thinking about that ever since like reading this book. Like,
I feel like that's so true. Because I think the way I like to receive love is quality time is like my top one.
Yeah.
But I'm also an introvert. And so like I need time to recharge. And I used to feel really guilty about that. I'm like, oh, I should be like out being social or like hanging out with people, like making plans. But I feel like I've realized, like, sometimes I just need to be by myself.
Yeah.
Like, watch a little show. Yeah. Play the Wii by myself.
And I will say, I think it's really interesting because I feel like we can probably relate to very different parts of this book, too. I feel like you are so much better at, like, self-care than I am. Because I feel like I have to spread my time very thinly between, like, attention for other people now. Mm-hmm. Like, either my kid or my husband. But, like, I feel like you have done so good at that.
I will say I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah. So when I say this book changed my life, that's what I mean. Like, it's changed how I've looked at a lot of things.
Yeah. The part about how Lila and, what's his name?
Gary?
Gary. I was like, I can't remember.
Just that name sounds like he should be, like...
Snail from SpongeBob.
Yeah. Yeah. That's actually not what I was thinking. Like, he should be like a 70-year-old man.
Yeah, it does sound like an old man. The way that they met, or his brother Jim.
They should have been...
Wait, no, brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Jim was interested in Lila.
Yeah.
And that's why he brought Gary to the museum.
Yeah.
And then Lila and Gary hit it off. I feel like that would be so painful.
Yeah. I feel like it all just got so messed up because of the dad.
Mm-hmm.
She, like, fell in love with the idea of Gary being, like, a savior, like, for the dad and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, that didn't work out, and, like, he didn't save anyone, so then now she, like, has some resentment there towards him. But she's, like, still, like, wanting to complete her dad's wish of, like, getting married.
Which that also kind of, like, hurt that they used that money. Which the wedding was very extravagant.
I mean, that wedding would have been insane to attend.
And then it didn't even happen.
Yeah.
I was like,
Do you feel like Jim and Lila can even get together now?
I think
because the family would be like...
I think they could, but like not immediately.
Yeah.
Like
that's how I feel about Phoebe and Gary.
Yeah.
I really want them to work out.
Yeah. Her life really went from like the lowest low to like she's
on the way up.
Growing up.
I know. It just makes you think like, just do it, you know?
Yeah.
Like do it for the plot.
I think also it's just like, it makes you think about life and how like sometimes you genuinely feel like this is the worst things can ever get and it's not going to get better.
Yeah.
But then like how quickly life changes.
Do you have any like quotes that you highlighted or anything?
I would have to look at my phone.
I will say that makes it so much easier when you're reading on like a Kindle to like look at highlights and stuff.
I'm gonna have to love my Kindle. It's my best purchase of the year.
I read faster, I think.
I read faster too.
Okay. I was like, am I crazy for thinking that? Because I will say, like, I read Fourth Wing and the second one.
I don't know.
Dude, since having a kid, my brain doesn't work. Iron Flame. That's what it is. Anyways, I read both of them on my Kindle, and they're like 400 to 600 page books. 800 on the Kindle. It's more.
Yeah.
I read them in like days.
Oh.
Yeah.
Slay girl.
I know.
Okay, so this kind of relates to what we're talking about, this quote. There's no such thing as a happy place, because when you are happy, everywhere is a happy place, and when you are sad, everywhere is a sad place.
I love that. Have you read Happy Place by Emily Henry?
Yes.
Did it make you think of that?
Yes. Oh, this one's funny.
Okay.
This is a funny quote. Are you ready?
Yeah.
My father owned landfills. Gary is a gastroenterologist. Totally different jobs. My mother is just, like I said, they're both in waste management. 2 men on a mission to help the country deal with their shit. I highlighted somewhere where it said herbal essences.
On purpose?
I don't know. Herbal essences.
Wait. That was like the last words from the dad.
That's what I highlighted. There's a quote that reminds me of you, actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
There's some people in this world who remind you of exactly how you like to speak. I feel like when we have conversations, like, we never have to clarify. Like, we just, like, understand what's happening, and, like, we know each other so well that, like, the way we communicate, we just understand, like, fill in each other's sentences kind of thing.
It just clicks.
Yeah. I think it was Phoebe talking about Lila when they would talk, like, just one-on-one.
Yeah.
And how, like...
Because they did vibe.
Yeah, like, they just got each other, you know? Yeah.
But that's how it happened. She realizes one moment of pretending to be great leads to the next moment of pretending to be great. And 10 years later, she realizes she spent her entire life just pretending to be great. Because everyone's like, fake it till you make it. But I'm like...
You might not ever make it, though.
What about if we reel it till we deal it? We used to be fun. We used to stay up and watch all 3 Godfather movies in one night. We used to create themed drinks for, like, President's Day, and it was perfect. It really was. But life is strange, always thinking this one thing is going to make you happy. Because then when you get it, and then maybe you're not as happy as you imagined you would be. Because every day is still just every day. Like, the happiness becomes so big that you have no choice but to live inside of it until you can no longer see it or feel it. And so you start to fixate on something else. You want a child, then the child is here, and that happiness feels so big. It begins to feel like nothing, just like the air around you. Whoa.
Yeah.
When you genuinely, like, look at your life, you're like, okay, things are actually really good. We get so caught up on, like, the things that aren't good instead of, like, focusing on everything that is.
That's why, like, part of life is, like, there's really good, happy times, and then there's really hard, tough times.
Yeah.
And I think that helps you realize when things are good, you're like, wow, like, look where I was, like, a month ago. Like, I was really struggling, and now I have all these good things going for me.
Yeah.
But if things had been good a month ago, you're like, oh, it's just another day. Like, you don't even, like, realize how lucky you are.
Yeah, exactly. 50% of your life is going to be really good, and 50% of your life is going to be really hard.
Mm-hmm.
And in the hard times, it seems like 50% of good is a lot. In the good times, it feels like 50% of bad stuff is a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, in reality, I think you really do need both.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know, in the beginning of the book, she's like, I have a confidence issue or something. Yeah. By the end of the book, like, she's pretty much conquered that.
Mm-hmm.
I was so proud of her.
Yes.
I was like, the character growth is amazing.
Mm-hmm. This one's kind of dark, but also, like, eye-opening.
Yeah.
How easy...
Isn't that this whole book, though?
Yes. How easy to be dead. How lucky to be alive, even for just one day.
Yeah.
It's like the cards are telling me that no matter what happens, you are here. I'm sorry, I can't be more specific than that. That's all I can gather. You are here. Does that have any meaning to you? Phoebe begins to cry between her knees. Yes. Yeah, it literally gives me chills.
So you can't be chill about this book. Luckily, Phoebe's phone is dead. She decides never to look at her phone again. She doesn't see the point in staying alive only to do all the same things that made her want to die. Why are we staying alive choosing to do things that we hate to do? Like, I will say, sometimes you have to do hard things. And, like, you have to do things you don't want to do sometimes. Like, if you don't want to go to work one day, like, sorry.
Tough. You kind of have to.
Yeah, tough crackers. Like, you still gotta go to work.
Like, if something is making you so miserable, like, change it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video. If we didn't spoil everything about this book, you should still go read it, even if we did.
Yeah, there are so many things that we didn't even talk about that happened in the book. Like, there's so much more.
There is so much to this book. Like, we could have talked about so many different things. You should definitely go read this book. Wait, what's your rating?
5 stars.
5 stars. Okay, me too.
5-star rating.
5 stars. I'm glad we both liked it. This was a good pick. Do you have anything you want to say?
Go buddy read with your friends.
You get to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Bye!